Hello students, welcome back to Power System Protection class. This is your class 4 I guess. So let us start our today's class with this particular slide that is on components of power system protection. This is an simple block diagram which represents how the power system protection work, how the protection is actually happening, is actually taking place for the power system. The first block diagram, as you can see, it is for power system. The whole power system is comprising through this block. The next comes transducers, PT and CT. I'll tell you what are these things. Then it is connected to relay unit. Then the relay unit is connected to circuit breaker. Okay. So here, uh, relay is playing a very important role. Relay is playing very important role. So relay job is to decide whether the system quantities are normal or abnormal. So this is working like the brain, a brain which takes decision. So relay takes the decision whether the system is working normal or it is not, whether there is a fault or there is no fault, whether the system is running all fine or whether all voltage, current, all parameters are running all fine. So if everything is fine, then relay will not take any action. If there is any abnormal condition, if there is any fault, then only the relay will take an action. So this decision taking ability is there only with the relay. Okay. How it takes that, how it decides that, we'll see further. Okay. Now for relay to take a decision, it requires information. Relay to take a decision whether to act or not, it requires information. So this information of like how much is the voltage, how much is the current, whether the current is more than normal, if there is a fault current will exceed normal value, if there is a fault voltage will exceed normal value, such things. So such information relay should receive. How does it receive? It receives through PT and CT. PT means potential transformer, also known as voltage transformer, and CT. CT means current transformer. Okay, so this current transformer and potential transformers are also known as instrument transformers. Instrument transformers. Okay, they're a bit different from regular transformers. Okay, even in their construction. Working principle will remain same. Working principle of transformers will remain same. All of those work on electromagnetic induction principle. The difference is these are known as instrument transformer. Why it is? Because this particular CT and PT, current transformer and voltage transformers, are used to read the voltage as well as current into the running line, into the live line. To read current of a live line, we make use of current transformers and potential transformer. Why to have this current transformer and potential transformer is because this particular transformers will step down your required quantity. Like if you are using current transformer, the job of a current transformer is to step down the current, reduce the current. Line may be carrying line may be carrying 1000 amperes of current, 1000 amperes of current, but current transformer what it will do, it will step it down to a very small current, very small current. A standard value is 5 amperes. Whatever may be the current in primary side of current transformer, secondary side it will be stepped down to 5 amperes. Okay, this is the role of current transformer. Similarly, voltage transformer, that is potential transformer. So whatever may be the primary line, primary side high voltage, it will be stepped down to secondary low voltage. It will be stepped down to low voltage, such as 110 volt. The standard voltage is 110 volt. Primary side it may be in kilovolts or megavolts. Okay, kilovolts or megavolts. But secondary side it will be stepped down to 110 volts. How this is done? This is done with the help of number of turns. Okay, the whole play is done with the help of number of turns. Okay, so this basics you have learned in your other subjects. How step down is done, how step up is done. Okay, now why to do this? Why to step down voltage as well as current? This is because our relay circuit works at very low voltage and low current. Understood? relay circuit, the relay unit works at low voltage and low current. We cannot connect our relay unit, relay which is our brain, the relay assembly, relay unit cannot be directly connected to our live line, main line. Main line we cannot do that because the main line is carrying very large current and with a very high voltage. If we connect this to a very low voltage relay unit, it will burn our relay unit. So for this purpose we require to step down, reduce the voltage and current, then you give it to relay, then you give it to relay. Understood? So this is why we require instrument transformers which will step down the voltage and current and they give it to relay unit. Then relay unit will receive this information and it monitors, it compares with the reference voltage and currents. Whenever it finds that the receiving, the incoming voltage or current is crossing the limit, I mean becoming abnormal or becoming more than normal, then it will take a decision to break the circuit, to open the circuit. So after taking this decision, a signal is given to tripping circuit. So this signal will go to circuit breaker. Circuit breaker is like a switch, is like a switch. The circuit breaker will break the circuit whenever it gets a command, a signal from relay. Relay. So relay will give a command to circuit breaker, yes, now open the circuit, break the circuit. So whenever a fault happens, whenever a fault happens, the parameters will be read by CT and PT and this information is given to relay. Relay will take a decision that yes, there is a fault has happened and it's time for the circuit breaker to operate and circuit will be broken by circuit breaker. Understood? One circuit diagram, let me explain you. Yes. One typical relay unit. Here you can see the upper part is bus bar. This is circuit breaker CB. CB stands for circuit breaker. CT stands for CT. Okay. So this is the line to be protected. Are you seeing? I am underlying it with the yellow line, yellow color. So this is the line to be protected. So always the circuit breaker is connected in series. Circuit breaker is connected in series. That is because whenever circuit breaks, whenever circuit breaker operates, the circuit should break. Whenever circuit breaker operates, the circuit should break. This is what is required. Okay. Hence it is connected in series. Now, suppose a fault occurs here. Are you seeing this? Yes. If a fault occurs here, now, okay. Whenever fault occurs here, current will increase. Current will increase. A fault like a line coming in ground, line falling down or line breaking down. If that occurs, then since there is no resistance for the flow of current, huge amount of current will start flowing. So this huge amount of current which flows, it also flows through circuit breaker as well as current transformer. Can you see all this? Both of these are in series. Can you see? Circuit breaker, then it has a CT, current transformer. So whenever fault occurs, current will rise in CT also. Okay. Now, during normal condition when there is no fault, then also the current will also flow in current transformer. So this current transformer, current will flow like this. This is the secondary circuit. Secondary circuit of current transformer. Primary side is this. The line itself is acting as primary winding. The line itself is acting as primary coil, primary side. And the secondary side is this part. This part. From the secondary winding, the current will flow into this relay coil. Can you see? This is relay coil. Okay, this is relay coil. So during normal condition, the current is flowing through relay coil, and whenever current flows through this relay coil, this coil will get energized. It will get electromagnetically energized. So this will, can you see the upper part? So this will pull the lever. the upper rod down. That is because whenever current flowing through this relay coil exceeds normal value, it the relay coil contacts will get closed. If this closes, then tripping circuit, this circuit gets closed. This circuit gets closed. If this gets closed, this trip coil is energized. Can you see? If this trip coil is energized, this will act as a magnet. This will act as a magnet. So this will lift the circuit breaker contact. So the circuit breaker contact will open. So whenever a fault occurs, this fault will cause your current to rise. This current rise will also happen in current transformer. So this current rise will cause more magnetic field in relay coil here. So this will close, then circuit breaker will open here. So whenever a fault take place, all of this will happen. I'll uh, now I'll try to show one animation. Okay, I'll search it.